outstanding fight. Just pull that up there, boy. Outstanding fight. First off, thoughts on the decision? How do you talk us through your side of it?
I think anytime you lose, you have to take yourself away from because your perspective, you always win in your head. Yeah. Like everyone thinks they win, but ultimately, I like to take myself away from the decision and then look back at it later. So
it's very mature. Where'd you pick that up from?
It's just not dwelling on the fact that I lost. There's always stuff to improve on, and I just focus on that rather than the fact that I lost.
Now, mate, I missed a bit of the last round one. I looked up in the first round. You dropped him, didn't you?
I think so. I know I hit him with a lot of overhand rights, and I'm sure one of them did the job.
You did very well. I mean, do you have phenomenal sort of strength and conditioning? You looked like not gassed at all, but you looked like you were throwing everything behind those shots. How do you feel fitness-wise?
Yeah, I definitely felt less fit than I usually do. And I think that's just me trying to ramp myself up. I was trying to be a bit more aggressive than my last couple of fights. And I think that made a big deal in terms of conditioning. But I hate saying excuses, but 2 weeks out, I was sick. And I had 4 days off of training. And that's a really strong peak time, a week before the weight cut. But at the end of the day,
it's definitely no excuses. It's not I've talked about so many times about how good you are, how hard you train, how honest you are. So it's like, don't feel like it's not excuses at all. Alastair Volders is very, very special, and he's very, very good as well. That's why many people are looking forward to this fight the most. So I think it's really, really good. I think you should be really, really stoked. Now, 0-2, mate. We talked about you being 0-1 and being the best 0-1 guy. So as the best 0-2 guy, now how do you do? No one's going to want to fight you.
I think at some point, best 0-1, 0-2, it's like...
You don't want to be the best 0-3.
Yeah, exactly. At some point, we've got to stop this comparison of the best 0-1, 0-2.
What's next, mate? You rebuild?
Just whenever, whoever, as per usual. I'm always happy to just get in there, have a scrap, and have a good punch on, basically.
Well, mate, you did bloody amazing, and I look forward to seeing you back. I love having you on the show, and I love seeing sort of you grow, and hopefully we can sort of see you off into the next year. You're very young, you've got plenty of years left. I know that doesn't really help. It's not really a consolation prize, but, mate, you've got a really, really big future, and you will get your moment. I know you will.
Perfect.
Thanks, brother. I mean, you can stay and you can watch the fight if you want. If you got to bounce, you got to bounce.
I'll bounce.
Who do you think's going to take this one? Larson Easy versus Owen Muscat?
I don't know too much. I've grown up around Odin in terms of lockdown and other grappling comps.
How good is he?
He's good. He's just been around. I think he's quite experienced. So he seems fast. But I don't know enough about him to make a conclusion.
And what about with the main event, Mumford versus...
I train David.
Oh, yeah, of course you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so...
It's hard to ask you about it, because even like you're not going to pick against John Fraser either, and then Delmar fans.
You already know who I'm going to say.
How special are all those boys? They really are.
I think our team is one of the best in the country for sure, without a doubt. So all the people that train in our pro team sessions is just absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, it's really, really good. And can I get this right? When did you start training?
When I was just before I turned 10.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to know if I got that right. So That's crazy, mate. And how old are you now?
21.
Mate, you have so much time.
Perfect. That'll do me.
Take it easy, sir.
Thank you.
You rest up, enjoy life.
Will do.